So my name is Latia Kirby, and I'm going to be interviewing my aunt, Charlene Graham. We're going to start off with talking about the episodes and events from Erickson's different stages. So the first stage, I have questions about if you remember. Um, Ages from 0 to 2. What do you recall from that time period, if anything?
Nothing.
Okay. What's the first years that you remember? 2 to 4, 4 to 5.
4 to 5.
And what do you recall from that time frame?
I recall being in a early childhood program at the Salvation Army.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What did you
that's
do there?
about it.
What did you do
We
there?
had a regular classroom. We had sang songs, played with toys. That's all I remember.
Okay. Do you remember anything about your environment at that time, or what you were feeling around that age?
Around that age, I was living in the Richard Allen Projects in North Philadelphia. I remember walking around one occasion in the area. That's about it.
And moving forward, what about anything between the ages of 5 and 12?
I was in school at 6 years old. I went to school. Um, I remember being in elementary school in the neighborhood. I remember having a younger sister and two older brothers and interacting with them and playing with them. I remember Christmas. I remember my grandparents, my mom, my dad.
Who was directly like in your household at that time?
Two brothers and one sister, and my mom.
Were you still living at that age in Richard Island Project?
Yes, we were still there in the same area.
Do you recall how you felt during this stage? What were maybe some of the things you were able to accomplish, or?
I was very smart in school. Um, my home life was it was a bad environment. It was a bad environment at home. Um, really sad. My grandmother was abused, um, and it made me sad. It kept our family sad. We talked about that a lot. I can remember um, playing outside in the area. We played ball in our area. Me and my friends on a daily basis after school on a weekend. During the summer, we had summer camp in our neighborhood schoolyard. We had arts and crafts. That was really a lot of fun too. I
Who were you closer to? The friends or your family, or what kind of connections did you make around that age? Was it more so stronger with the people in your household, your siblings, or?
My siblings. I was really close to my siblings.
Okay. Okay. So moving past 5 to 12, what about, I guess, adolescence, 13 to 19?
I started junior high school, what they call middle school now. I started at 13,
Oh, awesome.
and middle school. I did okay in middle school. I had a lot of friends. It was fun.
What did you find yourself wanting most during those ages, 13 to 19?
13 and 19. What did I want most? I think I wanted more clothing. I didn't have a lot of clothes. I wanted more clothes. Um, I wanted to keep my hair nice, so I kept my hair nice. Um, I like boys, so I like being, I like the opposite sex, so I always wanted a boyfriend. Um,
Did you have any challenges at all during that time? Any accomplishments?
Challenges up to 19,
13 and 19. Yep.
13 and 19. Yeah, I had challenges because it seemed like the girls was always trying to fight me.
Okay.
There was always some girls bullying me in school, in the neighborhood also. I had people bullying me a lot.
How did you handle that?
Um, I had to fight one of the girls in school one day. She walked up to me and hit me, and I had to fight her back. And the girls in the area, for some reason, they used to bully me and take my money. But I think for some reason I told them one day I wasn't giving them my money anymore. They stopped. They stopped. Hmm.
Were you still living in the same area around this
Yeah.
time? Okay.
Yes. Until 21.
Do you remember anything about the environment down there, Richard Allen Project, you said?
Yeah. By the time I got to be adolescent, it was a largely drug infested area. A lot of heroin usage, a lot of gang wars. So a lot of my close friends were killed, murdered by gang violence. So we were going to funerals almost every other week or so because my friends were getting killed.
Okay. Anything else you remember about the groups or culture around you, and even your family around that time?
It was a loving and caring environment.
Okay.
We were neighbors and we pretty much stuck together because I had grown up with a lot of the people.
Mhm.
So we were pretty much like, a lot of us were like brothers and sisters. Um, we went to school together, elementary school, middle school. Um, I was in a singing group in middle school.
Oh, nice.
I was the leader of a singing group. I think we were called the Dots.
Oh, cool.
And we sang in a talent show at school, and my group won. And we sang another time in school for Thanksgiving that year. And my music teacher, she connected us with a band, some guys,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a performance at a local theater. We had a performance there. That was nice, being in a singing group, being the leader of the group, with my girlfriends, about four of us, four or five of us all together. So that was fun for me. I was the neighborhood babysitter. I
Yeah.
babysat all the kids in the neighborhood. I babysit on weekends. I babysit during the summer. I would babysit every day for families during the day. Um, it was a nice environment. It was okay.
How did you manage being in an environment that was had so much violence? How did you manage that?
Oh, to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was a no nonsense lady. She taught me to respect people. In those days, the parents, they didn't allow you to steal. They didn't encourage any type of behavior that wasn't good and wholesome. They taught you to tell the truth. It was a village that raised us because all the parents in the neighborhood looked out for all the children, and they helped keep us out of trouble too.
So I know 13 and 19, you're probably getting ready to graduate high school.
17.
Okay, 17. Okay.
I did.
What was that like? How was your senior year?
Senior year, for some reason, I was very smart in school, but for some reason, When I got to high school, the academics were not important to me. They were not important to me. Um,
What was important to you during this time?
what was important to me at that time, affection. I don't think I had the affection, the attachment that I longed for, maybe. So I was looking for the affection and attention from outside sources, and I didn't go to school my senior year. I missed my history class a lot. So he failed me. So somehow I passed all my other classes, except for that class. So I didn't get to perform in graduation with the rest of my class until I went to summer school that year and made up that grade. So that was sad for me. It was sad for my family. I had went on the prom. Had all the fun that year and didn't make it to the graduation. It wasn't nice.
You said affection. Mom and dad were both in the home, or just mom?
No, just my mom.
Okay.
My dad didn't live with me.
Was he involved at all?
Yeah, my dad was involved in my life. I could talk to him most of the time. I knew where he was. I visited him on occasion.
You spent more time with mom?
Yeah, I was at home with my mom and my family.
What was the relationship like with mom?
With mom, mom was angry a lot because of her mother being abused.
Okay.
So she was angry about that a lot. By this time she had 2 or 3 more children. So now she's a parent of about 7, and my stepfather lived in our home as well by then. So my mom really wasn't an affectionate person, but I did get affection from my dad whenever he came around. That was some affection that I got, but not my mom.
Okay. And anything else you remember for those years, 13 and 19?
I remember my grandma being sick. Somehow she became blind.
Mm-hmm.
She could not work anymore. She needed her family to help care for her. So we were in and out of her home a lot, visiting her, trying to help her with her basic needs because she was blind. She couldn't get around by herself at all.
And your siblings around this time, were they also in school, or some of them were?
Around this time, one of my brothers went to prison. Another one of my brothers might have been in college, or he played professional basketball. He played professional basketball in Brazil. He attended a couple colleges as well.
Okay. And were you tasked with watching the younger ones then that weren't in school?
Yeah, I did. I spent a lot of time helping out with my younger siblings, taking them back and forth to school, or just babysitting for a period of time, short period of times while mom ran errands or something.
Okay. Do you feel like that made you grow up faster than you may have had to?
I'm not sure. I never thought about that. I think I might have grown up faster because of the situation going on with my grandma. I think that was what made